I'm gonna play on my little Commodore 64 in its small screen, and then pan over to the projector.
My tiniest screen I had.
I guess it's smaller than I thought. Or you put it in front like.
Boy, I don't remember the C64 being this small. Oh. Damn, this keyboard's barely usable.
You know, when you're 10 and you're playing on a computer or something, you're much smaller. But I remember this being somewhat bigger.
I have grown.
I mean, the box is this big for it. I just don't understand. Don't get it. Video game. It's, yeah, so you weren't allowed to mention this game, right? Great Giana Sisters for years?
It's a video game.
What?
Yeah, because it was like an underground game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because thanks to Nintendo, it was like the most pirated game of all time for the C64.
I mean, I didn't mention
it was released.
Yeah, it was released till Nintendo said fuck off.
There was a
couple.
like, well,
like,
yeah, they didn't sue them. I mean,
they all said like they would have, but they didn't take it out. That's why they took it off the market.
In defense of Nintendo, I mean, they did copy. Like,
it is
everything.
It's Mario.
The entire first part of the game.
It's 10% different.
Is that all you need? Is that?
That's it.
Is that? Because I don't think that you can just do that
Mario
with a
better
game.
music and shittier gameplay.
Oh, do we need the beer, yo?
Oh yeah, we need the beer.
Beer, yo.
Beer, yo.
To go, kind of reminds me of how some of this is. If you guys watch Video Game Donkey, his video of Paladins comparing to Overwatch is still one of my favorite videos of all time. I had to look up and make sure Paladins was the one I was thinking.
It's kind of like I played a computer football game, and they didn't have Ed West, the famous tight end for the Packers. They had Ed East.
I don't know the 10%. Holy crap, we're actually broadcasting.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, sorry. Is everybody in their respective
These are always
chat
loud.
rooms?
Yes, I am.
Which one are you in?
I am Scott Ashcraft.
Horse lovers.
Oh,
wait,
that comes later.
is anybody in Facebook? Is anybody in Facebook?
Nope.
We'll see if we get.
Check it out.
Unlike last week, we'll see if we get comments this time.
Scott says he missed you.
I missed you too, Scott. Did they hold up a drink? Did you hold up a drink for me?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm really surprised.
Okay, Scott, that's how
you had an
done
opportunity to drive the Durango, so that would have been you'd have enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like it when he drives the Durango.
Because I wasn't driving.
Yeah. That's pretty typical.
You were out like a light as soon as you got.
I made the mistake of communicating.
So Larry, which way do you?
Yeah, it's like talk for 30 seconds and then you're gone, dude. Like, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's other people here.
I did that today the other day.
I think everybody
We had
blacked out.
been drinking for a while on Friday night, and I was like, oh, I can stay up a bit longer. Let's put a movie on. So I put Emperor's New Groove. She went to the bathroom. She found me.
Yeah. Yeah. Same for me, but yeah, luckily I stayed awake on the ride home, so.
Oh, he made a toast to absent friends.
Nice.
Can't believe they're so good. But
oh shoot, it's 6:16. I should probably start.
It was just a fuse.
Alright, 3, 2.
Oh, I'm good with that.
Hell,
This would be a funny
great.
bird. I can see.
Sorry. Totally, it's like 1 minute past. Last year we started 10 minutes early.
Bang, bang,
Oh, that's a mix.
That is a nice wow.
That is
Very nice.
one mix.
That's like
Mix.
120 beats per minute, and then like. That's one now.
Oh yeah.
It's right 100.
Please mix with 8-bit.
You want a candle? You're drinking, right? While working.
Yeah. Hi, you know what I didn't do?
Legit. It's like he's.
I didn't turn up my volume. I had my volume off completely.
It's like he's working in 1965.
I am moving in 1965. 3.
I think I might.
Did I tell you that I went to my HR department with that, by the way? That, hey, I've got a graph here that shows that the incidents of workplace violence have gone up as bourbon machines were pulled out of the workplace.
And where did they land on that?
Yeah, they were no, but they agreed that the data was
acknowledged your
pretty
grammar.
good.
Nice.
Yes.
Well,
You know, it's
fair.
like I'm surely could fit a bourbon generator in a budget.
Do you guys think my CEO would notice if the display bottle of Maker's Mark goes missing?
No, not at all.
No, but I mean, they did mention they were a little worried about what I'm doing with my time. I said, hey, I'm management. I gotta think forward.
Jimmy, Mail.
Agreed, right? No matter what trail it leads me down, I gotta be ready. Speaking of. Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the guys' Games and Beer Towers! It's the bestest game players on earth. Award-winning.
We get
Best-selling.
That's
The
right.
kings of every game. We dominate.
We dominate.
Guys, Games and Beer!
Yeah!
Hooray!
Anyway, the lies are strong with us.
Upbeat music was giving all these great.
Was everybody? Yeah!
Okay,
Alright, so the first
Hold
thing
on.
a gaming podcast should do is do
Drink?
something about beer.
Beer.
Wait.
Yeah, you can probably mute it for
Wait,
now.
That's it.
Oh, it's on the side.
Wow.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ba-da-ba!
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-ba-da-da.
Your chord. Where's our logo?
It didn't go. Click, click.
I know, like, the logo disappeared. You see that
I
too?
saw. I know.
All right.
Something wrong. All right. Well,
That's
that's.
not living.
Well, that was a.
What are we doing?
That
What
was
do
a
we
fail,
have?
Rob.
Wait!
That was
It's
still a
not doing
fail.
jack.
Still a fail,
I like
Rob.
my beerio.
What's wrong with this thing?
I like my
Hey, it's saying
beerio.
0. That's it.
Yeah, the bubbles aren't going either.
I'm writing a complaint.
Write a complaint.
You
I
know,
like my beerio
this
with
is
my video
unacceptable.
game.
Unacceptable.
Okay, so who bought this? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you got to read the description.
Better be
This
good.
one?
Yeah.
No.
Well, at least do the
This is
description.
Beerio.
No. Idaho.
Gem hop.
You know, yet again, I'm gonna file a dang complaint. Wait,
Of course
can I
there's
take a
no-
moment?
I really like. I
Okay,
like
wait,
how,
wait. Rob,
I like
Rob-
how he's at a computer.
Rob needs a moment.
And
Wait,
then
wait.
He, and then he,
Oh.
then he
Rob needs a
bounces.
moment.
Rob needs one.
Screw you, XSplit, you piece of crap! Every time, any feature you have, you break. You suck, XSplit. You suck.
You mean I should stop jointly?
The only reason I
beer.
mean, you can keep wait.
Untapped
Wait, can I?
says-
Yeah, go to the other cam. Yeah, I want to see.
There.
Okay,
there
there's
we
the
go.
Larry
Hey,
stroking
look
the
up,
beer can.
look up the crotch cam. Yeah, there we go.
And stroke your beer.
That's good.
So I do have at least a brief.
Not very
description.
long,
There
but
you
thick as a beer can.
We found it fast.
That's the only thing we had that was halfway decent, and now it's broken. Thanks, XSplit. You suck.
Okay, so we're back on it. We're on this beer, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
It
good.
is a bright fruit, forward easy drinking in the sunshine pale ale brewed with Mosaic and Idaho gem hops.
All right. So anytime.
That was a weird.
And I like how it has a
description.
mini
It was just
cartoon.
me.
It sounds like it's AI generated.
Right?
It has a mini cartoon
Wait.
of the video game, so it goes through and he pops up a beer and then he's drinking a beer and he's having a hell of a time.
It's
Well, it looks like he starts ending his day at work.
He ends his day at work.
Then he
Pops
grabs a
open a
beer,
beer.
and then he flips off the
the boss.
the box.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Oh,
what
he is flipping him off the boss, isn't he? Wait a minute. I gotta bring
That's
this
what
up
I
to the
see.
camera so people can see this. 'Cause,
Projecting a little bit.
so,
I've got a
yeah.
new boss.
So,
All right.
let's
I got
see
a
if
new
I can
boss.
do this.
Yeah.
Got a new boss.
So the beer is called Beerio. Who's it by, guys?
Ale Asylum.
Ale Asylum, and we have done their beers
Yeah,
before.
that's right.
They tend to be pretty good. So the Idaho gem hop thing threw me. I'm thinking none of us have been to Idaho. But Idaho is really big hop growing. They actually grow a lot of hops in Idaho.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Idaho too.
I'm getting the fruit flavored.
No, you can smell the mosaic in it.
Mosaic, yeah.
Yeah, that's what gives it that fruity flavor. Is mosaic hops. I'm not sure what flavor Idaho gem hops get.
I smell the pixels.
This is gonna burn you up for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But ultimately,
It's got the motor oil
it's
smell.
inoffensive.
Well, it's so we've talked about if you drink an IPA, it's pretty much ruined your palate for the evening. I think this one's going to be one of those that's going to have some staying back pressure.
It does a little bit.
Kind of.
It's not as intense as a lot of IPAs,
No, but
but it's staying.
Yeah,
It's got gasoline. It's got some gas. It's got a. You know what? You know what I'd say? Like if this was like your coolant, I'd say you might have a head gasket leak. You might have some head. There's some oil leaking.
One thing note though about gem hops is that what it does bring kind of like a woody sort of taste, and also a little bit of blackberry. So it's more mellow on that end as opposed to
citrusy.
Yeah, as opposed to like the fruit flavors and the other types of hops.
And there's nothing we'd rather taste.
I'm not sure I'm getting any wood.
Yeah, woody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want?
I'm definitely not getting wood right now. No.
Damn it! Oh.
Walk right into that, Larry.
I'm gonna give him bonus points. The artwork on it's actually pretty fucking good. I wonder who they used as a model. Kind of reminds me when we converted Drunken Larry to a
it is a pale ale. It's not an IPA.
So. No.
But it has elements. As pale ales do, they kind of have that element. And this is really nice. Like if you didn't want quite the bite an IPA delivers, but you still kind of want that hoppy. Mm-hmm. I think this delivers pretty well.
No, I actually don't have any complaints other than the fact that it does smell like motor oil, but that does happen a lot with IPAs.
Yeah.
Smell your hands
that's the thing.
first. Like,
Yeah.
That smells like crotch.
The question is who?
Smells like crotch and
Just be glad it
ass.
doesn't smell like shit.
Also,
I
the
guess.
question is who?
It smells like shit. Really? Shouldn't pick.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's start with the first question. Party cooler.
yeah, I think it's refreshing, so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it out of the party cooler.
Oh well, yeah, definitely.
If I had a few drinks, I probably would. I'm not a
You're
pale
not
ale
your
or
first
IPA,
one.
but if I had a few drinks, that wouldn't bother me as much.
Yeah.
Because it does have a little bit of staying power, but it's not super strong.
Yeah.
I always prefer pale ales and IPAs that aren't trying to do the whole gimmick of being, hey, do you like bitter and hops? Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's an ass load.
I know. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you don't want
Like Three
hops
Floyds
as
has
a
done
main,
a couple
you know.
of IPAs that are very mellow and just it fades away right away, and I can actually drink those.
Right.
Even though IPAs and pale ales aren't my thing. So yeah, I'd grab it.
All right. I would grab it.
Absolutely.
I think it burps nicely too.
I'd be like,
Is that Ben?
That is
Yeah.
Ben.
Ben!
Sultry voice.
I know. I love that kind of sexy
Hey
old
there.
tone he had going there. It was kind
hey
of.
there, guys.
This is an easy.
My nipples got
this is an
hard.
easy
Oh, I get the
burper.
wood now.
Yeah, it doesn't come back
Honestly,
harsh.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember, folks, that the
Let's
G2B
burp
Discord
scale.
is open. You can go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click through the Discord. Now, I don't have to say that at the end.
Right.
Yay, because once I start with
Marvel's
this,
outro.
I'm getting smashed. So,
So and Ben is in our Discord channel right now. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. Well, we'll get to what you're drinking next. Then hold on. All right. So
Facebook. I
you
can't
buy
believe
you ordering at the bar.
I could. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
I go for other types of beers at the bar, so. No.
All right.
I'm in the same boat just because pale ales and stuff aren't my thing.
Yeah.
So no.
I would order at the
Yeah.
bar.
I'd recommend it to someone though.
yeah, you know, what was that? Was that in Boston that we went to that video game bar that had the Donkey Kong?
No, that was in Florida.
That was Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what state I'm
You
in
were
at any
drunk.
given time. I was smashed!
Donkey Dong.
And yeah, I'd buy it there, I think.
All right.
Have a good time.
That's true. If you were at a barcade, this would
Yeah.
be the perfect beer to buy at a barcade. All right.
Everywhere else, you probably get beat up in the parking
And
lot.
what about breakfast? Do you put Burrito on your
Absolutely,
Oh,
Burials.
on
The
my
incredible taste of
Cheerios.
Burials.
I'd have to be very judicious about
All right.
cereal.
Out of curiosity, who here has had beer and Cheerios?
Not Cheerios.
Wait,
Does it have to be Cheerios?
2.
Wait, does it have to be Cheerios?
I'll go with
Breakfast
whatever
cereal?
cereal. 3, 2, 1.
No,
I have
Yeah.
I've
in
never
an alternate reality.
Hey, man, oh, no, not a milk. You
I'm
gotta do
just telling
something.
you. I'm just telling you right now.
cereal.
Look, if you're on acid,
Miller and
You
Fruit
are
Loops
okay.
are actually
That-
a really
that
good
doesn't count.
combination.
That
So
counts.
Miller's Fruit Loops, what'd
There
you
you
do?
it was Cheerios.
And?
What beer?
Oh God, it was it was probably like Miller or something.
Yeah.
It was too long.
Okay.
Okay,
Cedar beer.
but
Yeah,
here's
that's
the
even
real
worse.
question.
Reese's
Did you
and
do
milk
that
stout.
because you didn't have milk, or did you intentionally pour the beer in?
That's a good question.
I intentionally poured the beer in.
How high were you?
Man, you must have been super
This was
high,
during
dude.
the band days. My mom had moved out. I was at the house by myself my entire senior year in high school, and the band would meet there to practice. So there was always shitloads of beer all over the house.
Listen here, don't leave Tom home.
Well, I got
Oh, the best time was when my mom came home one time and I wasn't expecting her, and we had built. I'd ripped out most of the furniture at this point, and we built a beer pyramid in my dining room from floor to ceiling of empties.
built a
I mean, it was
pyramid?
just, oh my
I
god!
love a good pyramid.
So
Did
mine
your mom
was-
just look at it? Because
mine
I'm
was
pretty sure
very
your mom would
good.
just look
She
at it
just
and
looked
go,
at it and go, huh? Yeah,
Mine was
that's
specifically-
exactly what she did.
Mine was specifically to see if it would taste okay. It was a milk stout with Reese's peanut butter.
Ooh, okay, that.
How was it, though?
And it
was
was
it?
pretty good.
Okay, that actually sounded pretty good to me too.
No, I've used eggnog instead of milk for breakfast cereal before.
Okay, that's
It's a
got a lot of
little
boost
too
to it.
much.
That's got a lot of
Rum
boost.
chana.
Yeah.
Ooh, cinnamon toast
now see, that's good
crunch.
thinking.
Oh, there we go.
You know, I was living upstairs of you. I did mine.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
And he was building a beer
Mark
pyramid.
and Dave were doing it, and I just looked at them and said,
Makes
why
sense.
not, you know?
All right, let's
All
pass
right.
verdict down this beer.
3, 2, and 1. Yeah, that's an easy
Okay,
Yeah,
that is an easy one. All right, guys. So from our buddies up in Madison, Wisconsin. What was this again? This was
We're on a hot streak.
We are.
Ale Asylum. Yeah, we've actually had some good beers.
I mean, there's some beers that probably would have done better had they not been in this big train of great beers.
Yeah. So Ale Asylum generally makes pretty much anything you get from this good. This is a good one. Judge Rob passed judgment on Beerio by Ale Asylum out of Madison,
Well, there's
Wisconsin.
345th verdict.
I had a really good one like 1 second ago when I took a drink of this and it totally went out of my head. A little bit. So on a charge of giving me amnesia, I guess. You bastard. Hit me on the head with a brick, too.
There we go.
Guilty!
Hey.
Bastard. It seems so good. And I sentence you to
Drinking!
thinking.
Okay, so Ben, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I jumped in the Discord before I grabbed a beer, but my plan is to
Drinking
grab one of them
butts.
sweet,
What?
sweet OGs Trav brought down.
Oh, okay.
So I've
Somebody's
got like 4 of them left.
gonna have a good night.
My favorite
Okay,
beer for
because
warm weather.
this is a well-planned oiled machine
Oh, Jesus.
of an
What?
Who's poured the oil in the
of a
gas tank?
broadcasting event. Why is this beer tying into what we're doing?
Well, that is a very good question, Larry.
Because both
That
of them
transition
are.
was very smooth.
I mean, it was. But anyway, because they're both. Way to disrupt Ben. God, just like he's here, isn't it? It's just like he's here. Man, I miss you, Ben.
Just Larry Jr. over there.
Anyway. Hey, they're both knockoffs of Mario.
Yeah!
Today's game is the Great Giana
Who's Mario?
Sisters.
This is the not Mario episode.
Who's Mario? I know. the
I
Great
know
Giana
Luigi.
Sisters. Screw Luigi.
Marjo.
Okay, so
Damn hipsters love Luigi.
Yeah.
they do actually.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's why I hate him. I hate him extra for that.
Yeah.
So I'd keep him
He's
Mario.
the hipster brother.
He's the
It's
hipster
all
brother.
about Wario, let's be honest here.
It is all about Mario.
So this is another Commodore 64 game. Some people have said that this is absolutely the pinnacle of 64 games.
Platformers, maybe. Kinda, sort of, if you don't count,
for
like,
platformers, yeah.
Shadow of the Beast.
I
You don't count, like,
Beast is
things like
awesome,
Shadow
yeah.
of the Beast.
I mean, there's some definitely some decent ones.
Wait.
This one that definitely is interesting.
Might
Has
be
the
an
history
Amiga.
behind it.
What's that? Shadow of the Beast is Amiga.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Amiga.
Well, then, hell, I can't
Right.
count Shadow
I
of the
think
Beast.
there
So,
was a
yes,
64
it is!
version, right?
No, actually, there's
Later
been a
on.
few great
There have been,
platformers
but
on here.
this particular
Well,
one.
and you
Yeah,
compare
Ronald
it,
McDonald
It's
Kids.
interesting. The controversy behind
No,
it is
so
interesting.
it was-
Plus, like the
It
talent
was
that
the,
went into it.
So it is
Nintendo.
interesting.
It
It is
McDonald's
interesting
Land or
to
something like that.
compare last week's Minor
Same as-
49er, which looked like an Atari game, more or less,
Right.
to this.
I know,
Which is really quite impressive. It's quite
That
an
said,
jump.
Minor
And it's the
49er
same
is its
system.
own game.
It is its own game. That is absolutely true. But the idea is, look what the 64 was capable of doing.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Because of all
true.
the games we played, graphically, this is the most impressive.
Agreed.
That we played
So far.
We might have to get a little bit further.
What year did the 64 come out again? Just
like the 70s?
1982.
Wait.
And this
Oh,
says
that's
87,
fine.
so we're pretty
Check
far
that.
into the.
I want to say it was 82.
Because I'm pretty sure it came out in the
because
late
it just
70s.
helps like with
No.
I mean,
comparing to what was happening at the time.
I think when you look at it, it's
Oh,
almost...
no, I'm thinking of the Vic 20.
Yeah, you're thinking of the
Yeah,
20.
you are
82.
good. 1982.
So I mean,
Nice.
when you...
Well,
So
I had
Disco was
I
still
bought
around.
a Vic 20 in 1980. That's why I know
Yeah.
that.
So, I mean, it's really, when you think about, like, the graphics ability and, you know, it had a lot of ability that it was being underutilized when it was first, and that's fairly common. The SNES had the same thing. I mean, when Donkey Kong Country came out,
You see
and
that
it
even-
sort of gave new life to the system.
I mean,
Yeah.
It was-
but the thing is, you
so
even see that with modern systems. Like they still progress in a dramatic
They
fashion.
do, and I think this is a really good example, and it's
Yeah, and not just graphically, but
Yes, the sound. This is the
Musically,
composer.
it's an impressive game.
Yeah, the composer is Christopher Wilsbeck, a German composer who's been originally developed a lot of sound systems for the C64 and still composing to this day. And he's such a big fucking deal that
I was
he
gonna
actually
guess
has.
Howard Shore.
He has like orchestral
Wow.
compositions that he actually has like live orchestral
and he did the
shows
music for this.
showed
one.
off his
Right.
music, for like. He's done this Turken series. He's done some of the like those
Oh,
storage
he did
games.
Turkey?
Yes, he did all like Turken music.
Yeah, because those had some great soundtracks. to
Jim
them.
Power. He's done like several
I love
Star Wars
Jim
games
Power.
for
We
the
should have
CC.
Brian
Yeah, for that.
analyze a few Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's-
an interesting idea.
Look at look him up and look at his gamography. He's done tons and tons of games. He's one of the biggest, most important people in video game music, as far as I can say. Yeah. So that. Yeah, it's just like that. At least that's. But otherwise, yeah,
Shift
just
screens, huh?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring that up.
yeah.
So you can see how cool. So this is the actual title screen. This isn't the hack screen. Now, this was this came out in what?
And he also
87,
did. Yep. He also did the sound design too.
Right.
In addition to the music.
I love that they had a crack screen for this because I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure there was nearly no copyright protection on it. I'm
There's
pretty
not
sure you can
any-
X-copy this sucker.
Anytime I play this game, it's always on the screen.
What?
Yeah, for this.
Copyrighted by
Yeah.
Time Warp.
Now, is the flicker that's happening, is that original too?
That is original.
Or is that-
Yes. The,
What the?
well, because they're doing what they're
They
doing
were
here
doing a disco
is-
thing.
is pretty complex.
Yeah,
actually.
for the parallax, all this shit,
Yeah.
parallax scrolling.
So
especially that,
the graphic corruption you see, that little white flashing, was in the original version as well.
I think it's a conflict of alphas between that parallax of the title and that one with just like the graphics on there.
Could easily
Yeah.
be.
I mean, I'm actually impressed with how smoothly
I
this
wanted to
moves.
Yeah.
go with they
Yes.
did that on purpose because it was like just showy.
Yeah.
You know, a little sparkle
Well, they're
here, a little
they're
sparkle
displaying
there.
they're displaying an awful lot of sprites and stuff on that screen at one time.
Yeah.
The Commodore 64 would also freak out if you did more than well, it's not doing that, but if you did like more than 4 colors in 16 adjacent spaces. See, there's a lot of tricks going on back then to get more colors.
Right.
But you could definitely notice it if you ever tried a drawing program on the Commodore 64 where you would put like a pixel green and the ones around it would change that color. It's because it could only handle so many colors in one adjacent area. So there was a lot of limitations to the 64, and it's amazing what people can get out of it. But
Well,
anyway,
and this game's going to show some of that.
but
tonight.
I will tell you what, it still kicks ass on a 1990 frickin' IBM PC running CGA. So screw them. It took them like 10 years to catch up to this.
What I'm going to say too, what you said there is actually something that you see throughout all media is like where you're limited by either physically or financially. Like you come up with many great creative solutions to things. That's why many great directors make their best movies early on because they're not widely known, not popular. They have to figure out ways to do things with smaller budgets. Yeah, exactly.
Innovate, I say.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Awesome.
George Lucas.
Oh man!
Sorry.
All right, so
Midichlorians.
as oh, ouch.
Midichlorians are the single sign that George Lucas
Jump the
had no
shark.
soul
Yeah,
anymore.
jump the shark.
That was it. That was him literally saying,
Did you know
I
that-
just don't believe in magic anymore.
Did you,
Why am I even
Did
directing?
you know that's how he wants episode 7 through 9? It'll then focus on the microscopic world of the midichlorians and their own drama and shit like
Oh,
that.
that's awesome.
Did
So,
you guys know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell?
Yeah, unfortunately, things of Parasite Eve.
Oddly, it's not the midichlorian.
So this game, again, as you can easily see, is a direct rip-off of
Luigi.
I don't think so. I think it looks totally different.
Come on, Tom.
Of what?
Super Mario.
Holy crap.
Super Mario.
I went
Sonic
and looked
the
at Tom.
You're
Super
terrible.
Mario.
Pass
Yeah.
on the controller.
Pass it over. I can't wait for you.
Tom, they're sisters.
Yeah, how do we
that's
get to the
interesting. It
sisters?
killed
Let's
you
put it on
immediately,
2
even
players.
though you were big and had a superpower.
Well, I
It's
wasn't
like, no, you're
big.
dead.
I had big hair. That is the problem. Your hair doesn't really help you.
Yeah, it's when you do the math. That's when your hair all spikes up and you get bigger.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happens there. I mean, I get you're jacked on candy, but
I think it allows you to get to the next stage of being able to get the lightning bolts. However,
That's
the
what I
fact
was
that it
wondering.
doesn't give you an extra hit point, I think that's why this game did not have lasting power for me. Because then you hit that point, you're like, oh, I forgot about this. You don't get an extra hit point.
And just
There
like
you go.
Just like when you start right after dying and there should be a power pellet
Yeah,
and it's not there, or the power up.
yeah,
And you don't get to like.
You're almost there, Tom.
the designer's like, oh, well,
Uh-huh.
it's
Yes.
challenging. I'm like, eat a dick.
That was actually their tagline.
So, this...
Giana says here is eat a dick. Yeah.
The great John
very
Nessie
sexist
said,
of you.
Eat a dick.
I was wondering though. I did think about this idea. So I recently watched Adam Wrecks Everything, and he was talking about video games and the gender bias in video games is a fairly new inventive thing, mostly by Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why mostly by Nintendo?
Our princess
Well-
is in another fucking castle, goddammit.
No, because
fuck that.
and it's not. It was just a marketing decision, right?
Right.
Because they landed their system in a world where they were going to broadcast. That's a lobster, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
She's too classy for crabs.
So,
I'm trying to get
Go
home.
again,
I
go
forgot
again,
my
go
controls.
again. Yeah.
that could have gone. So
Okay.
they in the 80s the toy aisles got genderfied, right? Into
Right.
girls and boys.
Yes, I was about to mention, yeah.
So what they had suspected is that Nintendo had to make a decision when they decided to put the Nintendo Entertainment System into the toy aisle, whether it was going to go into the boy aisle or the girl aisle, and they picked the boy aisle.
Yeah.
And so then they
And they
started
should have done
designing
the
games
end
that
game.
way. Well, and one thing they pointed out in there is that Pac-Man
Yeah.
was so popular with women that that's why they made Miss Pac-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering about this game.
Being a female version of
Oh, that's
Marvel.
actually
Yeah.
really. I like the thinking. I don't know about.
I don't know if they were ever thinking that.
I don't know if I buy the Nintendo gentrified the market because if you look at any early arcade ad from way before
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo was like
They were
even a
pretty
blip on the
gentrified.
scene, there
Yeah.
was some really sexist ads going on. I watch them and I'm pretty hardened to it, but I even look at some of them and go, what the.
Oh
Well,
god.
some of them are
What
like,
the
they still
hell,
go to this
you
day.
know?
Like, you see some of the ads, and you're like,
Soft
I
porn.
wouldn't like looking at it anymore. It's
Soft
like,
porn.
If you're trying to advertise this stores like douche bros, and that's like, yeah.
I mean-
that's the only thing only people video games.
I have
work.
shocking hair.
The weird thing is, I think that there were a lot of female developers, and I think it's pretty.
There were.
I think it's pretty
Point
crappy
that
the way
out.
that they act. Like, well, female developers have just broken into the industry. That's not true. They were there in the '80s. They were
Yeah,
there all the
God,
time.
yes.
I'm sorry. Who made River Raid?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Daryl? Yeah. I mean, please. They were there the entire time. But I almost think it's like double spitting on them when they say stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like, not only are we going to shit on you when you made the games, but afterwards we're not going to recognize you either by doing this. I do think that's a side effect of...
You didn't even walk
It's an
to the right. You fell off.
over-sexualized view of video gaming
It is.
because to be honest, yeah, no women look like that in video games, but no fucking men look like that either.
That's true too.
That's
I
true.
do think
That said, at least men cover their junk with theirs. Okay, that's fair enough.
Not
but
Golden
the
Axe.
reality is,
Not in Golden
Not
Axe.
gold, yeah.
but
It's covering nothing.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's true.
the side
I'll
there.
get-
In
but
fact, the women
I bet they
actually have
ignore
more
that.
armor.
I bet they ignore that.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw posted
Just
today
due to
that I thought was
censoring.
funny was like instead of having male and female versions, because female versions are more revealing, they should just have normal and slutty. And they're like, I want to see slutty guys and slutty women running around.
Oh my god, I like that idea. That is actually, that's good. You have 4 sets, like normal men, normal women, and then the slutty
men
version.
and slutty
Yeah.
women.
Like as an option.
Yes!
Also, I think slutty's a bad term, but that's what they said in the post. But still,
Don't be slut shaming me. Yeah, but you're still saying you're a slut, right? I mean,
Right.
male,
You
female,
just don't want me to
you're
be
still
shaming
saying it,
you on
right?
it.
You just
no
want to be shamed on
shame.
it. That's fine.
Yeah, see, there's no time warp for you.
That was like my whole high school dating scene, so I mean, you know, fair
Yeah.
enough, but
not go for points, right?
Yeah.
not gonna get mad at it now.
Let's just see how far we can get.
But anyway,
This is probably the last guy.
Kinda wish
that was
there a
insensitive. I admit it, but you know,
Yeah,
it
just
is
wait
what
till
it
you get
is.
like to the pink block.
the hell is that?
But I do
Oh,
think that
just a gold.
I do think that there is a little bit of we're to make a point about video gaming now. They're kind of shitting on the women that did program back then and made huge hits. And it wasn't like they were going like, "Oh, it's a women video game." No, it was just another video game.
Yeah.
And it was just another good video game.
Yeah, it was another good video game. It had nothing to do with the message it was sending.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I think I think you should be able to just send a freaking video game out without it messaging anything.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's,
Except for Missile Command, which it was sending out.
Totally sexist.
No, it was sending out a warning about nuclear war and terrifying the kids of the 80s.
I'm pretty
So-
sure that it was sending out a message that nuclear war is fun as fuck. Maybe I can defend my city.
That's right. I'm really good at this game, so who cares if the Russians launch all those missiles?
See, that's some asshole stuff right there. And Mario didn't do that shit to ya. Fucker. Douchebag.
Ah, you no
Dang it, I
longer
don't
have
care.
good hair.
And by the way, you don't bounce either. So this is not a clone. I was expecting to bounce off that and kill the other one. It didn't happen. They're assholes.
Nope, it doesn't. Yep, it's like strike 1, that. Strike 2, you
I
don't
don't think
get
it's a
extra hit
strike. It's just a different
No,
game
it is.
play
Strike
style.
3, you have to use your
No,
like
I
the
would
up
agree.
button
It's,
to jump. I'm sorry, I know.
Look,
that
I've never jumped on somebody
well,
and then jumped off them and jumped on another guy.
Dallas.
It's so I don't won
Dallas.
plenty of
My young-
fights
my young
instead of
friend.
getting my ass kicked
Okay.
by the second guy.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
just
and the first
mechanic
guy.
of the day. You were often just going up to jump. I mean,
No,
even the Amiga
I know, it's
had that like
aggravating.
in Zool. You know, you were
Up to
jumping.
jump was a
Even
standard
though it's
back
the
then.
mechanics of the day, doesn't mean it was good.
To be fair, that is a
You
good
have-
point.
Yes, you have more than 2 buttons.
Hey, malaria was great!
No, we didn't have 2 buttons.
Polio
That's
was
the
wonderful.
point. We did not have 2 buttons.
Well,
We had 1.
you had one that
That
should be
said-
jumped in. I could
Although it was
forego
a-
the
it was
extra
a
shot. I can forego the lightning
controller.
power. I just need like
Button.
I need the ability to
I
yeah.
don't need lightning.
I don't give a shit about that.
I do
shot
think that
ability.
games that don't use press up to jump age better.
Yeah, they do actually.
I think they do age
Yes,
better.
exactly. Unless you're able to
But
like
you
map
could have
it
played this
properly.
on your keyboard, maybe.
Which you could.
Yes.
In which case,
Which
you
I
probably
did.
way better off.
And that's how I played it. Yeah.
So I don't understand. So it was a fully produced and released game.
Correct.
And,
For a while.
And for a while, and then it was taken off the market.
Yes.
And so
Pretty
you
early
take it
on.
off the market
Almost
because
immediately.
of Nintendo, but
Right.
they didn't actually sue to do that.
No.
They just
They
asked
would have.
nicely.
They do
No,
exactly-
They threatened. They threatened.
By asking nicely, do you mean had a visit from the lawyers? Yes.
That's
what happened.
They made them an offer they couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy them out, boys.
I mean,
Would you like to work again someday, or
you could argue that there's enough different in this that
But you
because-
can if you're a small enough developer.
I've tracked
because
some,
legal fees are a
some
bitch.
Yeah.
song copyright things, and
Dang
most
it.
of those lose because there's enough different.
There is, but they also have a big corporation backing them. The problem is if you are a big company going after a small company, and even in the 80s, Nintendo was formidable.
Oh God, yes.
They were formidable against
and
Commodore,
playing
but they
card
were
money
formidable.
backing them.
But this wasn't Commodore. Commodore could make whatever fucking game they wanted in the
here's something
80s,
different.
and
Mario,
everybody would
could
have
you
to
jump
take it, even
differently, or is it
IBM,
always,
and even Microsoft. They would have to just... Well, Microsoft, but
Mario,
they were a
you
joker
jump
back then.
super high, right?
They were
Right.
the people that Commodore
Whatever
ripped
you
off.
jump, you jump. This game makes me think
Yeah.
of something very specifically from Futurama. When they went to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for the Slurm Factory, we're like, we are what are legally straight from the Lollipop Kids.
I like that.
Probably my favorite, one of my favorite bits from that episode.
I think
That
you
show's
should have
great.
fell.
It did kind of look like he was gonna fall. I'm not gonna lie.
I fell earlier, and I went the correct way.
I don't know, but
and
I am
fell.
playing like crap.
Samesies.
Yeah, well.
Samesies.
I'm not 100% sure whether it's the controller that I can't stand or my drunkenness that I can't stand. I'm not 100% sure there, but
I
I'm
know
gonna drink
which
more
one
gin
you-
tonic and
I
find out.
I know which one you. Wait, you do both all the time, so I don't know.
I'm doing better with the joystick.
I played pretty
realize,
lit.
but when it comes to jumping, but still, it's like, ugh, God. Not like my younger days when I could emulate this shit and just map it to another button on the keyboard in space.
What I was always bad at that, even like on the D-pad with the Sega Genesis,
Mhm.
for Castlevania, trying to go
That
up
was
on the
sweet.
That was a nice
Not
fall.
Sega Genesis,
I think I got fall in the water.
If you can control your
Yeah,
your
like,
that
jump
was a
frequency-
lifesaver.
Wait, is there a water level?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we're never gonna get there. But
no,
So
but it exists. Wait, if we cheat, maybe.
no.
We
no
should probably,
cheating.
somebody should look up where the,
Where the warps are?
yeah. We can probably just warp it.
Oh, let's see.
Somebody who knows how to use the internet, please.
Alright, let's look up Giardinera Sisters warps.
I'll want some pizza in there.
Gardenera, they're probably a YouTube channel. Gardenera sisters, and they're talking about gardening.
Let's see, there's
If
warp
you'd
blocks.
like to grow a sapling,
So in level 3,
Hey, I
there's
like
a
to
block
garden.
that goes to level 6.
we're gonna have to make
Oh,
mistakes
okay. So
straight.
this is level 3.
Oops.
All right. Rob,
All
you're
right,
up.
look,
Oh,
we're
Jesus
on
Christ,
level
where is
three.
it?
He's on level
Look
3. He'll
for
find
that
warp
block.
We'll see if he hasn't passed
probably
it.
that
It's
block.
like a yellow looking rectangle is what it's going to look
I
like.
haven't seen one yet.
You're also old and
Yeah,
blind.
break that.
True that. Okay, point well taken.
I have
Love you to
contacts.
death, Tom.
Yeah, it's going to look like a... Yeah, if you can get past this motherfucker.
This
my
is
problem
yeah. We haven't
earlier.
figured out how to get past this yet.
And since
You know what I could use?
And since you only get 1 hit point...
Can I jump over him? Can I jump
I
on
think
him?
so.
Try it.
Try it.
American
No,
jump.
nothing
I like the
there.
idea. Oh, Rob's got it.
Nice.
Nice going, sir.
Nice.
I was trying to jump over him and not on
Hey,
him
it's
because I
time.
figured
Shut up and
50-50.
move.
You're dying!
Hey, can I have a 15-minute description about how I came upon this?
Not in this game. You die.
Alright.
You're getting like...
Oh, God, I fucking hate that. I mean, I
know.
freaking hate that. I don't effing hate it. Wait, that
One
was up
goddamn hit point.
Ah, forget it. I'm gonna have some gin. Screw that. Boy, from 0 to 0 happens really fast in this group. I love that we all bother to collect this stuff.
Yeah.
Even though we're probably not gonna make it past.
It's a
Yeah.
That's why I'm
collectathon
saying,
mentality.
how far can we go? Like,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we should focus on that, how far we can go. I think the only thing you can really do is get maybe extra lives from collecting the gems after a while, but that's it.
See, I can't.
So you can double jump, right?
Yeah.
no, you just hold it up longer.
Really? Oh yeah, you got a higher jump. It's not a double jump.
Because they don't have a run fast feature in this game.
Yeah,
Oh
see,
my
that's
God.
another thing. I just remember, yeah. No.
One damn button. It's all you got, man.
And it's not even very useful.
Yeah, exactly. You can do a lot of one button. Streets of Rage, for example. Like,
You don't have
look
to
at
jump
this.
it.
Now,
So you
remember
got
how
on that
this
one. You
works.
jump over him. Oh
There
yeah.
you go. Nice.
Take that, Bubblegum.
No!
Oh!
I was holding it over!
Ah, bless it!
Why?
I'm not feeling that bad now.
Alright.
By the way, that C64 multi-cart is freaking great.
Yeah.
Just wanna say.
Which multi-carts? The
Yeah.
bit,
Oh, I bought when I was drunk.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, that is the definitive
Back bit.
multi-cart. Backbit, yeah. I've got their chip tester, which I still have not had the chance to use yet.
I was about
so
grabbing the
close, yeah.
reset button just so I don't have to get up.
Nice.
I'm lazy.
Oh, yeah.
I can just wire one up though. I'm thinking.
You could.
Just to get the pin up.
But it would look nice at the reset.
True.
The official back
Alright.
reset.
Backbit does amazing work.
So
With a big B on it. It's got like this big
we
B.
might as well just skip it
back
all.
there.
Yep.
So you got the little.
Hey, go up there.
Yeah, I'll try.
Because you got the paper clip, and mine was a butterfly-looking thing that
There
looked
we
like
go.
the
Oh,
back
really?
logo.
That was a cat. I was
And
very
then I
proud of
realized I
that.
can't find either of those things. The pin or the reference guide, which made me realize how many functions I didn't remember.
I bet I could get like a 1 hour video
Mhm.
out of just my outtakes from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was so drunk. Oh my god, I can't. You can kind of tell by the way I was clipping my voice that I was trying not to slur. That's how drunk I was. So I messaged you, didn't I, on Friday?
No,
Because I
no.
was lit.
No, you may have. I wasn't paying attention because I was
You
drinking.
messaged back.
Oh, then maybe I was paying attention.
That's pretty lit.
So Rob, in Box Talk world, is
Yeah.
the Mini 64 a box worth keeping?
I think it is just because of the display quality of it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm currently
still in
holding
the
on to
box?
mine.
I did keep mine. I mean, I understand there's a lot of these around.
There are.
It sold almost as well as the real. No, it didn't. But
But it sold
It
well.
sold well. It did really well.
Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Finally.
Water level!
It's kind of funny because
Damn it.
what kind of company
Oh, no,
released
you're on the
this?
ground
Because
Oh,
the Mini
oh,
64 really did well. That had
Yeah,
to
but
have
I
been a
think
big
that's water
boom for
you
them.
can't go in.
This might be the boss level. When you think about it, like, listen, just
Song
he knows
change.
the boss level.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's got music.
way the
that's
level-
Get
lost.
that eyeball! Get that other eyeball!
This
Well,
is where, damn it!
Go get that other eyeball!
It turns out they didn't steal from. They didn't steal from Nintendo.
Pass it down.
They stole from D&D.
Wait
I
till you
have
get
the
to end. Make sure you get to the end where you can confront Browser. I mean Brozo.
Oh!
I don't know his name.
Wait.
Bozo.
Bowsette. No,
Bowsette.
wait. There's already a Bowsette.
Browzo.
Bowser.
Uh-oh.
That was a
no!
bad sound.
Oh no, we're gonna cut this video short! Hey, I've heard this happens.
Like to everybody's.
Yeah, like to everybody's.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have to get a screw.
You didn't move it that far.
I did.
Wait, can we use another USB one?
All right.
Why not?
Wait,
That's
I'll
some
run and get
shit.
another one.
Look what happened.
Shit.
Look where Larry did.
Oh, Larry!
No,
Wait, I'm still moving it.
Larry!
That still shouldn't have happened.
No.
That's
This is
You
why
didn't
we
know
don't
that
have nice things.
That's it.
Larry. Larry is why.
Larry is why we don't have nice things.
Ah!
I was wondering what it would take to break one of these.
Okay.
'cause
So
everyone
now you
needs to
know.
break it, but-
Is this his punishment? Having to play with like an efficient controller? Man, just
Oh,
when
I
we're
lost
playing
the
the
ring.
best.
All right.
64
Now you
game
got a
ever.
little number.
So now
to
Rob
work
has
with.
a new video to make. How
Wait.
to fix the joystick,
There we go.
3D print
Alright.
a new part.
Wait. What? Oh, there you go.
Like, some people said just actually replace the screw before you even start using it.
Yeah,
You
really?
get a screw that goes all the way up the shaft.
Okay.
That way it doesn't
Alright.
break at the
Alright.
bottom of the
Alright.
shaft.
So that was the
Figure
problem.
this
It wasn't
out.
like bolted in enough, so it was like fragile.
Well, look at where it kind of like it's not all the way across.
Oh, it's,
No, I guess
it's,
not.
It's pretty tough to play this way.
Yeah, I would
It was,
say.
it was a clean
Oh,
break.
let's try this.
Pretty tough.
No, I could probably put a screw through it. I hear people do that.
That's
You were
not
literally
sure
just
that-
talking about that.
If you look at it, doesn't that look almost like a clean break? There,
It's a
like
pretty
almost like it
clean
was
break.
supposed to. Yeah, as like it was just jointed there, and that's it.
Uh,
Yeah, you might have to just in that
Alright.
case,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get a nice
that's-
like
that's a screw.
2-inch screw
sometimes it does not accept.
switching joysticks.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna accept it.
All right, well,
Damn
we
it.
will reboot.
Don't worry. Maybe.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
I am about to.
Yes, we have.
No!
Again.
Oh, shutting down. No, don't shut down.
Here we go.
Why are we shutting down over here? Oh, there it goes.
Oh shoot!
What did you do?
Sadists. Sadists. It's mapped to this. The jump?
Can't you remap it?
No, there's no mapping built into this.
Yeah, there's a whole video.
Well, I'll grab my.
There's a
wait.
whole thing on mapping those.
She'll be able to.
And getting the joy pads to work.
I don't think this would be advanced enough to map.
Turns out I secretly hated that controller.
Evidently.
Well, you know what? You're not the only one who hated that controller, so. Yeah, right. We were looking at your play. Here, have fun with that shoulder button. Be right back. I'm gonna go.
You have to go first because I'm.
Alright, yeah, no, I would give it a shot. I broke it, so it's my game, so.
You just better be careful with those fingers, Larry.
Not to make waste.
Alright,
Hold on, let me get you in.
alright.
Maybe. Alright.
You can do it! You can't do it! At least the save's easy. Alright, here we go. We're ready. We're ready to.
No.
We're gonna do trainer mode. Yeah, sure.
No. High score saver.
Alright. And load.
And reset high score.
I don't. Reset.
That's fine.
Alright. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. See what we got going on here. Okay, I think somebody's gonna like this.
Here.
Alright. No, I mean,
Hey,
we're
that's
playing.
fine,
We're playing!
Alright, fine. Fine, I got another controller though.
You know what? If you weren't in the way.
Oh, please, I've watched you play. It wasn't gonna get much better.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Are you able to go right and left?
I can go right and left.
And then you're using the bumper to jump?
No, it's all pad.
Right, the button will be to fire
Oh, yeah.
weapons.
So you're alright. Next game we'll use the D-pad. Or I'll grab a fake Atari controller. Well, we want it to be authentic.
That's true.
Yeah, we can't do world records this way.
Yeah, we get kicked out.
Alright.
Guys refusing to play.
We're just all this is all puffery till we do our speed run.
Ah!
It's,
Now, there are some things. Note that you do have some steering control.
You do, which I like.
Which, you know, for the time period, isn't super common. Ah, you bitch.
Squeezy.
oh, scoozy. So what do we have in the chat? Anybody mentioning anything?
Nothing
Anybody
on
doing
Facebook.
anything?
Nah, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm on Facebook too.
It's too
Are we
quiet.
back to being all on the same shit? Okay.
I know, I'm on YouTube.
It's unusually quiet lately.
Yeah, nothing on Facebook.
Did we really offend everybody? I mean,
Evidently we did.
pretty much. I don't know. It happens.
Well, they're
Ben
missing
still
out
there
on
to defend
some
him too.
eyeball crushing action.
Well, I'm still here. It's just the audio quality is a little bad, and then there's the
Get
the
better
delay
internet,
between
Ben.
the audio and the stream.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
better
hard to
internet,
comment
yeah.
Are you busy
Weirdo.
making a first impression at a costume party? Get better internet.
Ah, I can't!
Hey, what have you been playing lately, Ben?
I've been really just building the Gunpla models with Trav and JJ.
Oh, okay.
Those are actually a lot of fun to put together. Yep.
Oh yeah, I just picked up some Star Wars ones, an AT-M6 and an AT-ST. I know they're not Gunpla, but it's like they're models.
They still sound pretty cool.
You just sent some pictures
those
of
are
boxes.
all snap tights.
Yeah, and they've come so far for just like production value and like the way they snap together and being like a solid
Oh,
whole.
and the articulation on them is freaking
Is it
amazing.
a solid hole?
Yes, I said a solid whole. Well, the articulation for especially the Gunpla models, there's a ranking system, and there's high grade, which is like your pretty basic
Press way
one,
up.
and then
Hold
there's
it.
real
There
grade,
you
which
go.
is JJ finished one while he was down here. He had a part that was a millimeter by a millimeter by like a tenth of a millimeter, whatever that is, a decameter. It was tiny, and it was just like, I'd lose that part. I can't do that, man. but it was super cool. But the scale of it was really high, so it was like tiny compared to mine that was like easier to do. So it was like, man, if I have to put together a really hard thing, I would like it to be like the full size of an action figure, not like a
teeny tiny thing.
Just a G.I. Joe, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you usually paint the different pieces before you put them together, or?
I haven't gotten too much into that. The plastic, they come with different colors, and the color range is pretty solid.
So they're all just base red.
You can do like panel lining where you like just fill in like where it's supposed to be, and that's apparently supposed to like really upgrade just the look of it. You had black lines.
It does. It adds that shading to them that makes them look a lot more realistic.
Yeah, or at least more.
Otherwise,
more like
I don't like the
cartoon.
look of it.
Huh. My favorite thing that I've seen with like models and just different like cosplay things is weathering things so they look like used.
I don't know. I think
like Adam Savage has done a bunch of videos on stuff like that, and I think that's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, it was almost
instead of a fresh, clean look to them.
But I bet we can get a fake one that's USB. That'll probably work better than that one. I wasn't real happy with that one, to be honest. You might have got one of the newer ones. They did like make some corrections later on as well. So hope you did.
Yeah, I don't like that one, and I didn't like it when it was a C64 controller in the 80s.
How about now that it's you know what? I've got a real one and it broke recently too. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. No, they broke. They were shitty.
They
were overrated.
They were no wacko.
The red and black ones again.
They were no wacko.
Flick sticks. Yeah, those were pretty good.
They weren't even a power stick.
They didn't say
Love
power
a
at
little
all.
Power stick. I'll get a USB version of that.
No, you know what was great? The TAC 3 was a great.
Damn it! Yeah, I've got a
I have 3 of them.
You do? Okay, I do. I've got those.
They're the best tab controller ever made.
Shorter throw on them.
Well, that's a slick stick.
I cannot believe
Stick in the Starfighter.
I didn't care.
Starfighter was really good too. Good job, Ryan. Good job. He's looking around like he just woke up.
Huh? He's got a mustache.
Oh, he's working.
Handlebar mustache drawn on by felt.
This is a guy. All right.
What aggravates me is when you get that block, it does not give you a peppermint, it just gives you nothing. Because it's
Did you see that? I almost made it.
You almost made it.
Retro gaming in general. Do you think this game would look slightly better? Now, this is obviously porting over to high def TV, right? And there's probably some. But do you think scan lines? How much do you think retro gaming would be better with scan lines?
It seems like more of a
I
personal
hate.
taste thing.
Yeah, I hate fake scan lines. It's just a thing with me.
I think scan lines are just there
They're
just
annoying.
because that's how it was.
That's just to make it look like.
Nostalgia.
On a real monitor, I wouldn't argue. I think it does look better on like a CRT than it would on this. But fake scan lines, screw it. What the
that's a
hell?
little different.
Okay, well, Rob, as we continue to try to fail at this, we should probably mention to people that if they want to, I think there still might be tickets available for next weekend. The game nights, Midwest Gaming Concert game nights.
Well, but if they go next weekend, they'll be a week too early, so they probably want to avoid that.
Oh, they are going to go next weekend. They're not going to go this weekend.
Not this
If you go this weekend,
Let's say next
you may be a bit disappointed, but if you go next weekend,
You'll have a good time.
leave poor Tom alone. He had a gin and tonic with me early on.
But, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It
so
wasn't like it was a tall
it
boy.
is super exciting. So, yeah, he's absolutely right. Game nights, which will feature lots of gaming, and people are excited about
That's the
that.
name. Game night.
But more than
But-
a lot of night.
On Friday night is dance party night with Lords of the Trident, the official heavy metal band of the show.
Yeah, wait, it gets better.
And they will be opening up for CNC Music Factory. Yes, the CNC Music Factory will be opened up by
That's
a metal
right.
band.
Things that make you go.
Things make go.
And
By the way,
but wait,
yet again, I just brought up CNC Music Factory. I'm not kidding you. I used a clip of that video in
Really?
my chat today.
Okay.
And
At work, of course.
who's DJ?
And who's gonna introduce and talk and MC the event? Oh, Tone Loc. So.
God damn it! If this was like the
Yeah.
early '90s.
Oh, well,
The
that's
entire
what
world would be there.
well, that is the idea. It's you're supposed to be gaming like it's the 90s, or
Yeah. So like the arcades are just slightly starting to die.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, it's gonna
Faint
be.
smell of rot all over them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what's gonna be there.
but they still exist.
I can still.
They still
smell it.
exist. They're still trying.
The whole beat up centipede posters over there. Like
the Farrah Fawcett poster on a wall somewhere.
we're all in our early 20s again, and we're like, well,
there's
it's
some-
not the 80s. I got my
there-
gaming glow.
There was some interesting actual arcade games that were in the 90s, like I think all the D&Ds were in the 90s.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter was 90?
God damn
It
it!
was the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was 90s.
It's not
yeah.
Bowser, it's like
So,
some ant spider thing.
Terminator, the famous shooter.
Yep. But you could tell.
So,
There was no kicks.
No.
There was no mapping. There was no, well, Super Mario Brothers, to be honest, because by then it was on the Nintendo
But-
as a exclusive instead
but
of
if
the
you want
arcade.
to party with us,
Son of a bitch.
you want
That's like
to
the
party
boss
hard.
No, we are gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, I
We are going to be there,
If-
and we have no responsibilities.
That's right.
We are
We're out there to
just
drink.
having a
So I'm not
good
going to go
time.
there. I would
Yeah, we're
gain
doing
10
that.
pounds. That would be good.
That's fine. And you can spend the next month not
Working
eating.
out.
So that'd be great.
That'd be great.
It'll be exciting.
Damn it!
So yeah. So
Yeah.
it would be a really good time. You can buy one day ticket. You can either buy
Buy a Friday ticket.
ticket.
Get a Friday
That's
ticket.
the party night.
That is a
that's
party
with
night.
And that's and
Just like
and
MGC
check that
proper.
out.
Yeah.
Or you can get both days. So yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be exciting.
All right, so everybody's all
we're gonna
pissed
have
off
a hell
about
of a
this.
time.
Oh, hell
All
yeah.
right.
We're gonna have a hell of a time. This is when I would pimp out Mad with Power, but you can't get in with Mad with Power.
Not yet.
So because that's sold out. So if you want to see the Lords, you're gonna
See, that's a very
you
good.
probably want to go.
That's a
to
very
the
good
game
point.
night.
Right. So if you want to get
So-
your gaming and Lords of the Trident in, Mad with Power sold out. Yeah, you can do it virtually, but you won't get the gaming. This you'll get the gaming and Lords.
Yeah.
It's
Of the
really
Trident.
Lords of the
Yeah.
Midwest Gaming Classic.
It really is.
Yeah,
It really is.
Lords of the Midwest Gaming Classic. Exactly. So yeah. So I mean,
Good point. That's a very good point.
yeah.
And and they're going to be hanging around in gaming too, so you can actually meet all. You'll be able to meet all these people and game with them. You'll be able to game with Tone Loc. You'll be able to game with I'm not sure about CNC Music Factory, but
Hey, they're gonna sweat till you bleed. Right?
Wow, we are gonna drag every one of their lines up.
Yes, we are.
You know the
we only
Lord.
have 4 more songs to go.
You,
Oh
No.
that-
I'm sure they're
no,
gonna-
that's-
That first CD was nothing but hits. We were
Now
talking
that-
about this. I think they just expended it all. It was so
Well,
full of hits.
good point.
That
I have-
CD was.
I have-
Actually, it wasn't their
I was
first.
I have
expecting
argued.
CNC
I have
by
argued.
myself,
CNC Music Factory is one of those bands that like almost their entire library, and you don't know that you know their entire library. Kind of like Loverboy, like April Wine. You know their entire library, and because it was always on the radio,
Oh,
it was
God,
always
yes.
being played. It and
It
it's like,
still is.
and you liked
It is.
them, and it's like, but you just didn't know that that's who it was.
I think CNC Music
So-
Factory benefited from the fact that they crossed. Like there were heavy metalers, and in the 80s that wasn't a common thing. Like heavy metal people would be singing a CNC Music Factory song. That would happen, and that was a completely segregated group at that time. It was a different time.
And now they
They
have
were
a heavy metal
segregated.
band opening for them. So,
Yes.
whoa!
Gonna be interesting.
So it'll be a lot
But
of
they
fun.
were it was kind
It'll
of
be a
weird
lot of
how
fun.
popular they actually were.
Yeah.
That people who were like,
In
because
the-
Motley Crue, by the way, was considered soft when I was in school. You did not talk about Motley Crue. You get your ass kicked. You did not. Yeah, that was
I mean,
it. It
you
was
could.
Iron Maiden or you're getting your ass
You
kicked.
could, but you
Metallica.
had to accept it as what it was not heavy
Right.
metal.
Well, Poison
You know,
even had more respect because at least Poison, we knew they were just trying to get laid.
Yeah.
But that got actually more respect about
Yeah,
the
some
crew
of
who
those
stole
Paramount bands, yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you need
But
to go
anyway.
Ozzy or harder.
So you get your right,
Yes.
yeah, that was true. But you can play CNC Music back here and not get your ass kicked. So that was fair.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so that's coming up. Yeah. So if I survive the next 2 weeks, week and a half, that is, because damn. Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting a bit of work into helping out with this, and we're excited. But we're excited about it. And once it launches, it is one of those deals. Like, I don't mind putting whatever work ahead of things, but once the fuse is lit,
Oh yeah,
I'm just riding it home.
damn straight. I am straddling that rocket and going.
Yeah. So that's going to be super exciting. So that'll be a lot of fun. Then, but between now and then, I probably will want to get a fix of some racing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I'm
Where can you get that fixed, Rob?
just about to take care of that. Wait. What the hell? Bad source. There.
Well, Rob slowly loads
Just wait.
the logo.
Oh man, I am not in good shape. I am not in good shape. I'm just
drive
saying, just
anywhere.
switch over
You
to
might-
Discord
you might-
screen and be done with it. Lionheart Racing. Yeah.
Lionheart Racing.
Lionheart Racing. All the joy of racing without the rubber hot dogs. Yes, real racers from around the world compete in virtual racetracks with real live announcers. Actually, one real live announcer. It's not like there's 3. Wait, there could be multiples. But anyway, wait, that was a voice in my head. Sometimes they respond. It's hard to say really, but the reality is it's some
who's
really
announcing?
awesome racing going on while you're watching. Heck, it's all the joy of real racing. Actually, it is real racing. Without the
real
rubber
racing.
hot dog.
It is real racing.
Yeah, but you don't have to put up with rubber hot dogs.
Or
that kid in
You
front
can
of you
make
that's
your own
screaming.
though if you like. They sell the rubber hot dog.
Yes, they
kit.
do. Yeah, you can get a rubber
So,
hot dog kit if you'd like,
yeah,
and just eat
that's
a rubber
great.
hot dog. All right, actually, I do actually have a recipe for making your own racetrack hot dogs. What you do is you basically put it on the you put it in a deep fryer for about a month, and then you pull it back out, and then you put it on a frying pan, and
if
then
they're not wrinkled,
boil it, and then you boil it.
Yeah.
And then, boom, you've got racetrack hot dogs.
if
Realistic.
they're not wrinkled, you did it wrong.
Yep. The good news is if you're into racetrack popcorn, that's super easy. You just leave it
Yeah.
out for about a month. And then you're ready to go with that. So
Now the floating inner tubes. So the hamburgers, they always had them floating in the water. So when you would order because they
it was like
pre-cook 'em
fishing.
all.
It was like fishing.
Fishing.
That is so
So,
gross.
but
Yeah.
and if you really want the racing experience, I recommend installing a rain garden in your bathroom.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you're really cheap, you can really just take a gutter, or like an industrial-sized gutter, and just put it in your restroom, and put that in your, and just have it exit out in your toilet, and just have everybody pee in a line.
Yeah, that'll give you
But
the
best way to
racing
do it is really just
experience.
pee everywhere except in the gutter, and so you have to walk through the pee.
That does happen. I never could figure out if it was pee on the floor or did they just hose it
Was it
down.
moisture?
Yeah, it was
It
always,
was right.
it was
pee.
always wet.
Depends
just
on how
hose it
early
down.
you got
But
there.
they never mopped it up, so it's just like, okay, we're gonna just dilute this pee, and it's gonna evaporate and concentrate on floor.
I always
Ordinary pee on it, and it's just a recipe of just like, no, that's all pee. That's
What?
pee that turned into a syrup.
I mean, when you go to Indy, is that the experience you get, or is it just like mods and super mods? Is that just like the small dirt track experience, or is that the experience
they're
you
really
get?
dirty.
Indy.
I'm gonna guess
Last
NASCAR
time
even doesn't have
I
that.
have not.
crap.
I have not been to Indy in 20 years, but when I was at Indy, it's a very low experience. It's a great experience in so many
Yeah, as
wonderful
far as the
ways.
racing goes.
But as far as the track, yeah, I mean, the amenities and all that didn't feel any different than Slinger.
That's kind of worrisome. That is because that means that's a standard set.
It's a standard set.
Yeah.
But you know what? As a people that go racing, we love that stuff.
By the way, if you've got a local racetrack, make sure to support your local dirt track. Because they are dying left and right. It's been really hard. There's only been a couple that have opened in the last decade now, and plenty have been closing. So if you got a local dirt track, why don't you go out there?
Yeah, one of my favorites is a Menards.
It's way cheaper. It is way cheap. Look, you know what? Football wants to take all your freaking money. Baseball wants to take all your money. It's a rich man's sport. Why don't you go over, check out your local dirt track, and try it out? You might like it a lot, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to any of those. And I guarantee you the beer's better. I can't guarantee the hot dogs are.
Well, in fact, I can tell you, I went out to Wilmot and bought a 12-pack of beer at the stand because they allow you to
sell
do
12
that.
packs.
It's racing.
It's a stand.
Wilmot.
And it was say $20, and so that was a 12-pack that I bought for $20, and right.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
but I went to Miller Park and I bought a beer
for what, 10?
for like 13.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I mean, I am serious. Support a local sport. They're having a hard time. They're willing to take your. You only probably pay like a few bucks to get in there, versus the $100 bucks.
I go fairly regularly. So for larger events, it's usually around 20.
Oh my God!
For events that have more of your local heroes and not as much of a national pull for cars to come in, it's usually around 15.
Yeah.
And
so compare this to your
$100
your football
ticket?
game.
Your $200 football ticket.
No, way better deal.
It's a great evening. It's a great evening.
I'll tell you what.
Fun show.
Tell you what. How many times have you ever seen a football player
Crash.
explode? Explode a ball of flames. Yeah. Or how many times have you ever been in a football game where they actually charge literally into the line that's waiting for them? Because I've seen. I've actually seen that.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen a mod do that.
I am way on board with it. Yes.
All right, that's
okay.
So
anyway,
besides watching our buddies over on
Lionheart Racing,
and I'm pretty sure
support your local tracks. Oh, I guarantee you, Lionheart Racing is down with this. They love the fact you want to watch them, but definitely go out.
Hey, it's Scott. Scott's in the house. Look at this guy.
Hey, looking good.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good.
Hello. He's like, hey, I came in for the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes doesn't matter.
Have you been working all night?
He is working. He's at work right now.
Yeah, mostly working all night, but all my customers left because they ran out of money and realized the machines aren't exactly going to hit them too well. So I've been listening to the cast on and off for about the last hour.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
We should.
I think
I hate to say this. We gotta wrap this up because I have to go to Milwaukee tonight.
You can check out Guys Games and Beer, www.guysgamesandbeer.net. You can check us out on Facebook.
I gotta go good luck there and cut it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's already 7:20.
You want to cut my wire?
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you.
that's-
I'm just messing with you. www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. YouTube. www.youtube.com/guysgamesandbeer. And of course on Twitter with Tom on the Twitter.
On the tweets.
What would you call that? The Twitter control panel?
The
@GuysGamesBeer. Yeah, that's it. You made it through another episode.
We're sorry.
that was gold. That was gold. Later, guys.
Hey, be delusional, folks.
You have to watch us destroy a controller.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
actually pretty impressive, I think. Well,
Took it right down.
Yes, so now I gotta run up tonight and work on it. So it takes 3 hours per marquee to cut them. The plastic just came in today.
oh, but that one works fine.
So I
guess that's the one
So
that
you can
matters.
get 2 done a day while you're
roughly, yes. But the problem is, man, they're talking like 60 machines for this show, and I'm less than a week away.
Hey, we're still in here.
Oh, in fact, yeah.
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
thought you might want to.
Yeah, so, yeah. I got work to do.
Yeah.
But we're gonna run up tonight and I'm gonna pre-cut all the plastic so that it's all